Quite the chill about this place, isn't there?
Come to me.
Think warm thoughts. Sorcerer's blood.
Yes.
A well-cast fire
Through this
spell.
door, quickly.
And a mug of glow wine when we're
much
through with
time
this
left.
mission.
First chatty puddles, and now beseeching flames?
This Almina must be an elementalist.
These imps have been slaughtered. How could such meek creatures have deserved this fate?
Emergency sentinel duty engaged. Emergency sentinel duty engaged.
Vermin!
Liquidation proceedings underway!
Emergency sentinel. Duty engaged.
Seven have mercy on your soul.
Continue forth, Source Hunter. You're nearly there. Yes! You'll make it after all. You're here.
Enemy sighted. Tail back, tail back, tail.
Sentinel! Shutting down!
Unless my eyes deceive me, those are mechanical roosters.
They sure didn't skimp on their strange sentinel system around here.
Source Hunter, do not waste your magic upon me. The elements pull me home. You arrived. Ah, by the blessed stars, you've arrived. You must find her. Free her. The elements, there is a sinister power pulling these elements out of balance. Perhaps the same that took her. Almina, by name, apprentice to the Guardian, your so-called White Witch. And now it seems I came to her that I may learn from her. Learn to what dark fiends invaded her sanctuary. She sensed they'd come, sensed they took her here, to this strange and terrible place. Deep, she is a protector of the weak, a champion of the downtrodden, the keeper of Luculla Forest, its guardian for many years. That surprised even me. I can only move my energy through through organic matter, and I doubted I could reach those flames. But the sentinels here, some of them seem to be. Of course. Anything that may assist you. She must be restored, must be delivered from this place. Whatever lies you have heard, the Guardian herself will right them. She is no more capable of murder. A woman such as she makes many enemies. She who creates will always be pursued by those who wish. That I know not. They hauled her away and out of my sight before I could get my bearings in this awful place. Do you not feel it? The storm, a strange dimension indeed, unfamiliar to me until now. The Rift Runner who brought the White Witch here called it Hiberheim. But I've never... But the elements here, they rattle in their imbalance. I can hardly see straight. My mind, my very soul. Fairy is a realm of all elements. Earth, fire, water, air. When one becomes overgrown, or the others become weakened, please, you must find the White Witch. Whatever she may stand accused of, I'm certain of nothing if not her innocence. And tell her I'm sorry.
Were we just spotted by a statue?
Some of them must be sentient.
What's that? I think there are hidden foes ahead. It seems this hidden switch controls yonder gate. By the gods, what infernal weather is this?
We'll freeze to death if we don't find a fire or shelter.
Hammering halibuts. Curse Hiberheim's horrid climb. If it weren't for my snuggly coat, I'd have been no more than an ice sculpture in no time. Aye, as does the White Witch, I reckon. For I've spied neither hair nor hide of Ikara in this frozen waste. Then again, I don't expect us to find her out in the storm. Boreas, the king of this land, has sprawling dungeons aplenty. If breaking into his prisons will probably prove to be as tricky as breaking out of them, though. Not to mention that immaculates swarm about this place like a school of herrings. Forewarned is forearmed, hunter. Now to hie me to Boreas' palace in search of Ikara. And a fireplace.
Freezing here.
Some of the Immaculates perished in the storm, it would seem.
So much for that goddess's promises.
Stand back, slime belly. Who are you to roam our land, disrupting the execution of justice? This prisoner has been tried, sentenced and convicted in the Grand Courts of Hiberheim. extremist scum! His disdain for the king's rule caused 2 gruesome deaths, called by the fiend the price of protest. Aruka determined the Earth elementals within Hiberheim deserve the same rights as we of the Ice. He demanded that prison sentences given to those of the green and crown ought to be equally linked to those given to Ice elementals. Preposterous. Because the king would not acquiesce to the madman's insane demands, the fiend retaliated. He broke into the prison and set free 3 high-security inmates, Earth elementals all, in protest. One of those prisoners went on to murder an innocent clod of ice. The other was savagely ripped to pebbles by a mob that learned of his whereabouts. Tell me, oh pompous bloodbag, does such a sower of death and discord deserve freedom?
Prison is hardly the place for a relentless pursuant of justice.
Indeed, this King Boreas seems to have used the law to silence a campaign for equal rights in his land, the lout.
Fancy that! An eternal sentence overturned by an ape. We'll snap your arms like twigs before...
The time of your death is at hand!
Trees, earth, ground. Tell me, are you a proponent of the Earth Equality movement? I am a liberator and an equalizer in this tyrannical prison plane. One of the few willing to stand, rob the tyrant. Master Warden of this prison dimension of Fairy, exerted his power over we Earth elementals with an iron fist. I protested. When it became clear that my demands fell on deaf ears, I took the law into my own hands and freed 3 of my kind from Boreas' prison chambers. For my crimes, I was encased in ice. Silenced then, but silent no more. Hiberheim, the eternal tundra, prison for the unwanted of the realm of Fairy. Here alone among the elemental planes, however, does Earth find prejudice at the hands of now, more than ever in Hiberheim, does this elemental unrest roil. This blizzard is most irregular. Even among this eternal winter, has Boreas slipped even farther? Has his mind become somehow more corrupt? Huh. That hoary pig proclaims to hold the scales of justice over all of Fairy. But he's rigged the damn thing in favor of his own kind. The other monarchs of the Fairy realm, true leaders, elementals all, are loath to interfere with their mad brother and his ice prison. They ship him their criminals, and he deals with... I don't know the name. But if she's an important prisoner, she'll have been taken to Boreas prison. It wasn't that long ago that I myself determined to break into that tyrant's house of prejudice. And you expect me to help you, I suppose. Just because I risk life and limb for my people, doesn't mean I'll do the same for yours. Listen closely then. There's a tunnel connecting the prison to the world outside. Its entrance is located at the mouth of the Great Golem's head. There are more than a few around here, but there's a trick to locating this one in particular. Look out for the one with a tree sticking out of its right eye. Of that, unfortunately, I know nothing. If you make it inside and face the arch-oppressor Boreas himself, do give him a solid stomp, courtesy of We of the Earth. I'll soon fly to my homeland, away from this frigid wasteland once and for all. Tell me, is there anything else you'd like to know before I go? If that's so, then I must depart. I won't waste another moment languishing in an icy cage. Good luck, and farewell, friend.
Where's the damn camp?
The woman in red has done it now. All the elemental monarchs gone.
Turned around. Oh, you've an awfully brazen way of sauntering up to a beast who'd snap your jaw off your skull for a little more than a kind look from yours truly. Tell me, stranger, are you always such a foolhardy boob? Bravery born of ignorance is hardly better than cowardice, as far as me and my little pet here are concerned. A bit more bite to you than I expected, isn't there? Well, there's no need for bloodshed just yet. Half the integrity of battle is heeding your opponent's call, after all. Oh, terribly sorry. I lost the last copy of my tell-all autobiography in the blizzard. I guess you'll have to wait for a reprint. One of my finer moments of genius, I believe. I hardly surprise myself by being the only one among us with the wit and daring to find a method to tame the shambling oaks. Innovation has always been my forte, after all, and I couldn't abide the big dumb brutes tearing through our camps unabated. I certainly don't see myself handing over such a prized secret to a wandering stranger, though. Especially... There's the martial spirit I've been looking for. A stout heart like that could, I suppose, benefit from a leg up on these behemoths. I fashioned myself a wand of sorts, you see, using tenebrium ore and a common branch. A single use reduces each shambling oak in a certain radius to timber. After a demonstration upon this particular beast's kin, I had an instant pet for the damn wands are fragile as frost dough and only survive a single use. In the event I'm compelled to use the one I've got, I'll have... What does it look like, stranger? Official, immaculate business, that is to say, none of yours. And we'll be heading back to camp. See you there, if you can find your way through the blizzard. I can smell your fear! Eternal silence awaits you. Die, vermin!
Oh dear. It's the white stag.
A brutal end for our mysterious friend. A bad omen if ever there was one.
I have passed on, as you must pass on too. It is in the nature of the wolf to attack the deer. This I cannot grudge my carnivorous neighbors. Hiberheim was once a mighty and ordered kingdom. But the elements are in disarray. Ice has overcome all. Farewell, guardians.
What have you done, you hot-fleshed fiend? You have freed hacia the disemboweler. Death for such a crime! Death!
It's drawing time.
Ricochet!
Ho there, crystal shatterer. Hacia is in your debt for his freedom. I am beholden to you, yes, so much so that I will leave your liver where it is, and thereby is my debt. I wonder how you got here. Ho, ho, ho. My pet name speaks for itself, does it not? I just lied, don't you know? Love to dig right into to hear the howls of my ravaged honeys, to see them strewn about all inside out, and me standing over them, huffing, puffing, panting, pumping. Not the snowmen, no. Common humans like you, dressed in cloaks and heading for the castle of King Boreas. That she looked very inviting, by the by, this woman. One whose liver I could suckle for blissful hours. King? Ha! What a farce. A fool he is, for he is a jailer, and a jailer spends all his time in jail. Gut a pig and bucket its blood to make black puddings with, then you're an honest butcher. Gut a girl and do the same, only that it is a vast realm filled with soft, big-bellied creatures. And here was I just looking on. I know of a way, for I was there once. Sent to face the Iron Maid. Boreas himself brought me to his dungeon through magical means. I know where it lies hidden, this secret tunnel. The secret can be yours if you show me the rift. Yeah.
You must be the vilest psychopath I ever met. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to kill you.
And I. Let's see how you like it to be disemboweled.
Suit yourself, little shatterer. The time has come for you to be shattered. It's time to claw and drag.
Individual Inferno!
I've spotted something. Be careful! I've spotted a trap.
Careful now. That's a trap. I'd trade my gauntlets for a hot drink. Need to warm up. Chill to my bones. Bitter chill!
Well, wanderer, this way.
Hey, you hopping loon. You disfigured my pride and glory.
Curse this constant snow. There must be some kind of way out of here.
If there is, I'm right behind.
But for now, all we can do is wait.
Thank you. That silly old snowball went mad after I started nibbling his carrot. I never can resist the temptation, you know? I'm Hopper, wooer of does, lover of carrots, and devotee of jumps and skips. Up to it. That's my motto. Clever, huh? This is the land of fairy, a vast realm of wonder. But sadly, you happen to be near its most charmed. Boreas is the king's name. He is winter incarnate. And ever since he's become the ruler of this land, we've been... Luckily, my coat is as warm and cuddly as it looks. Or my tender little ticker would have stopped hopping a long time ago. Nothing much. Only saw him once, and I nearly froze my tail off just looking at the cad. You're looking for a witch? Want her to turn you into a rabbit? Or a frog, perhaps? Those are... Sorry, I tend to ramble. So, let me hop right to the point. If you're looking for someone here in Hiberheim, chances are they're locked up in the prison. The maniac Snow King Boreas beats me. I don't even know where it is. Maybe you should hop over and ask the king himself. Let me think. A chasm surrounds the castle, but I know of a spot where it's narrow enough to hop right over. From the look of you, you'll probably end up as a red stain on the chasm floor, should you attempt that jump. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to show you the...
Curse this constant...
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? You must be mad to venture out in this storm, unless you have a very good reason indeed. Oh, you're a friend of the Immaculates. We Immaculates were sent to this realm to slaughter a host of imps. The wind is a killer, though. Moving away from the fire likely means death. Do I look like a shopkeeper? No, I won't trade. If you've so much gold, I'll just take it from your corpse.
Their blood will serve our stores. Heaven have mercy on your soul.
Safety no shutting down.
What is going on? Those elementals are battling one another to the death.
And I've a feeling they don't intend to spare us either.
Eternal silence awaits you.
Seven have mercy on your soul.
Meet your demise! Death is at hand! I must focus.
of your death is at hand!
Eternal silence awaits you.
So much blood lost, squandered.
This entire place is splattered in blood.
Someone must really dislike imps.
Away with you, damned Reaper! Take your scythe to grain, not my soul! The bane of all life-loving souls. Maniacs and their gods. The humans, they were so glad was he with power! Yet another bane, that we were given to the humans and their knife. In his castle, in the dungeon, the fortress we built him. Fear not like I must.
Is incomparable. I see these little meetings are becoming something of a habit, Source Hunter. I believe this. Do you feel it? The links between us growing stronger. It's as though we stand at opposite ends of history, and the space between is rapidly falling away. Surely, the sight of a bit of blood doesn't turn your stomachs. If only my dear Immaculates took the same approach to our great work. But it seems all the same, these deaths were necessary. So, I assure you nothing I've done requires forgiveness. You may be loath to admit it, but I believe our approach to certain uncomfortable matters is... Let me paint you a picture, Source Hunter. Imagine a world without war. It will be done, Source Hunter. That will be our new world, our new reality. And here I believed I was starting to reach you. My foolish optimism bears yet another but I do believe we agree on one particular point, Source Hunter. This does indeed end now.
Enlightened ones, your conduit calls you to your ultimate purpose. Heed the Void's call. Offer your souls to the demons that beckon you.
Charming of Astarte to send her scouts upon me.
Death is its own
The bloodstone
deliverance!
is mine, and the witch cannot be saved.
Face the unending darkness.
Another starstone, another piece of ourselves perverted toward Leandra's will.
These stones may be valuable to us, but they are not us ourselves. Leandra cannot stop us from hunting her down.
Nothing Leandra might do could shake our identities.
I feel a great sorrow for the Red Woman. She seems to seek right doing, but her means are bloody and terrible. When she realizes her mistakes, her suffering will be great. I very much hope for this.
We can pass the force field that bars the way into the castle.
High time for an audience with King Boreas, I say. Well, what's this I've spotted?
So, you have tracked me down, have you? Go on. Do it. I have no fight left in me. You're not. Could it things of nightmare, human? We were surrendered to the Immaculates so that some of us rebelled and ran. Of course we did. But they've been tracking us through the storm. You should have seen this land before Boreas seized power. You must know that we imps have wandered many a world after our escape from demon overlords, after long and arduous travels through untold earths. So we built him his fortress and his prison, riddled them with the traps and trickery. So I have. The fates must be conspiring against me. Luckily, they seemed to be as bent on one another's destruction as they were on ours. It's all King Boreas' doing. It must be. I thought it was naught but a pretty jewel, said to have fallen from the sky. It's like it became alive. I haven't, no. But if you're looking for her around these parts, chances are, yes. The deed has been done. Now then, Boreas can magically transport himself in and out. But once inside, tread with the utmost care. The only way to get in that I know of is through the front gate.
That imp was among the bravest creatures I have yet met, my friend.
Less loss of life.
Killed by bones.
Cursed frost.
Asinine heat sack. Infected pox carcass. You set this rat free, would you? Unleash the pustule Anziger upon Hiberheim anew. And then with this particular tuber is hated first and foremost among all others. He has been remembered in song and in story as the foulest abomination. The Scar-Manziger was a guard of the royal treasure before the days of our great Boreas. And the king blamed his long-time rival for the theft and a terrible war in Meanwhile, the rot-hearted Anziger hid his crime and allowed the war to rage. When the truth came out at last, it was too late to reverse what damage had been done.
We can't well let them shut up the one soul who might help us get into the king's treasure room.
He sounds like the sort of useful coward I'd like to have owe us a favour.
Fancy that! An eternal sentence overturned by an ape.
Fully of needles!
Criminy! I feel like a snowdrop on the first day of spring. Oh, that little commotion. I never paid it no never mind. Speaking of whom, only everything. You'll find plenty of chests. You'll need one of King Scardy's talismans. Each of us royal guards wear that talisman is hidden now. Once you have it, make sure you wear it close to your heart and head for the treasure room. Stop. Well, I've got to admit, it's quite a bit more bliss. Come to think of it, I reckon things do feel a little funny, though. If you're satisfied, I'll make haste out of here. Then I reckon this is fair wear.
jump on this one, then that one over there.
I've spotted something interesting. Thank the gods for my trusty shovel. Careful now, that's a trap. Another piece of trash!
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
What trickery is this? It vanished. And yet, what trickery is this? It... Hold! Our enemies have lain a trap. Looks like I found the prison all right. The White Witch must be around here somewhere.
Mate! Over here, mate! You alright, mate? In a bit of a pickle, are ya? Look like you... I'm Tyler, mate. What's your name, Sunshine? Yeah? Leave her over there, opens the gate, mate. I'll pull it for you, if you help me back. Me stomach's rumbling. You what? Fine. I'll just sit on my arse and wait then. A word in your ear, mate.
What in the name of Sigurd?
All right, mate? Yeah?
Oh, what a fine specimen you are. I do not know. The first time a helpless victim was forced... Boreas says it is because of this stone. Don't say that wretched word. How many times have red-blooded men been invited to penetrate me? I am the 1,000-robed celibate, the Virgin of Steel.
There must be a way out of here. There must be a way home. I have no idea what's going on. One minute I'm out on a jog with my dog Rocky, and the next I'm headfirst in the snow with hell if I know. All I did was ask for a phone, and these monsters threw me in this dungeon. It's full of dead bodies and vermin, and the snow people seem to be... Well, it'd be pretty fantastic if I knew what the hell were happening. Where I am, what I'm... What? No, I'm not crazy, please.
Hope I land on my feet. Striking it rich! Well, what's this I've spotted?
Intruder spied. Intruder spied.
Damnation! Not even a crack! Source Hunter, you have found us. Oh, but look at her. She has been encased in ice so unyielding that you find me at a loss. I admit it. For, like I said, so far my attempts at rescuing her have been about as effective as this frost-touched magic isn't Leandra's doing. It has Boreas written all over it.
I'd trade my gauntlets for a hot drink.
Intruder spied. Intruder spied.
You were right there.
That force field looks impassable. Though
The force field brims with 1,000 distant voices. The voices sound pleased.
There thou art! The upstart that seeketh to upset the harmony of Hiberheim. So thou seeketh but another human, a worm of no import. Fairy, I have marcheth to the gallows. Hiber how they mocketh me, my brother seasons. Thou art the ugliest courter, they saith to my frozen face. 'Tis easy when thou hast but to wish upon a well, and the generous pit delivereth unto thee the power of chaos. It doth whisper, the demon straight into my wintry wit, and a woman he sendeth forth into the fields of Fairy. The stone of stars, no more doth she ask of me. Strong are they, these immaculates, stronger than thee, for thy wield the powers of darkest demons. I, Avatar, I! Thou hast traveled far and delveth deep into the heart of winter, but... But I shan't be stopped! For thine insolence! Curses upon thee, Avatar!
Not so fast, blackguard!
Be thee damned for thy deceptions!
This is the end! For you!
Ho, hero. 'Tis I, the Summer King. Out of the way! It's Lurian's turn. Well, I thought the day would never come. Thanks for giving old Carrot Face the great mouth.
I'll answer that. We are the sovereigns of the seasons, kind hero. We overheard a crafty little imp named Jijix tell Boreas that the staff can... Better the crackle of embers than this idiotic blustering.
Oh, cover your ears, hero. Nothing whips up a flame like...
The elemental forge, hero. It's the only way.
So cold here!
Intruders
Look
find.
out! I see a trap nearby. Ah.
Intruders find. Intruders find. Intruders find. Intruders find. Intruders find. Intruders find. Intruders by. Intruders by. Intruders by. Intruders by.
I've spotted something interesting.
Sister, we are free. Ah, but this is no mortal, I see. Strange, you take the guise of a source hunter. Boreas always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark arts. No, like fools, we waited for his pride, his hunger for more and ever more power. We, and with us all the subjects of the realm of fairy, do owe you our lives. I am King Sewer of the Summer Kingdom of Calvia. Brother, alongside the other elemental monarchs, to the unfortunate, but something changed in Boreas. When our brother called the elemental seats to convene in Hiberheim, we were ecstatic. When we arrived, however, it was not Boreas who greeted us, but a dark figure. I listened closely when I could to Boreas' doings. She gave him us, contained, and in return he gave her access to his great stars. Source Hunter, it would be my sincerest honor. Take this rune.
We best be on our way then. The spring and autumn kingdoms won't rule themselves, you know. May our paths cross soon, Source Hunter.
I've got my eyes on the prize.
Intruders by. Intruders Intruders by. Intruders by.
I feel better already! On the mend!
You who seek the winter treasure, prove your intention, prove your worth. I demand to know if friend you be, the name of the earthen brother of Boreas. Correct you are, and freely may you enter.
Careful! I've spotted a trap!
Intruders by.
I need a remedy!
Intruders by. Intruders by. Intruders by. Intruders by.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. These flames bite deep!
The stone is adorned with strange runes. You speak the words out loud and hear an inviting click nearby.
What's this? Something seems to have materialized in my pocket.
I'm not going to be the one to fish it out if that's what you're asking.
Wanderer, this well is still stuck here, willing... Simply wonderful! The spell, it's working! This well is being willed back to Cecile! We'll meet again, Wanderer, we will!
This is your white witch, then? And you're sure you want to free her, are you? Even our mad Boreas wouldn't have wasted such precious ice. But I am in your debt, and I would be remiss not to honor your request. Shield your eyes, Source Hunter.
Gods, it's colder than a witch's teat. How very callous of Leandra to inter her only sister in a barren tundra for a—
Ikara! You're all right? The ice. King Boreas, and—
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu?
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually.
Then perhaps I ought to address my savior directly. Source Hunter, is that the masquerade? Well, what a motley crew we are. Isn't— Ah, yes, of course, of course. Do pardon me. Oh, yes, I suppose I am. But I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister, and when I realized exactly where, and to whom Leandra was consigning me, But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas. I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. The thought of hurting anyone or anything. If you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philanderous, treacherous wizard, death, the sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now that terrible night. One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision. My sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor. I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Syceel's King Crab Inn. I arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. As I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor. In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away. And so I did the unthinkable. I used the Counselor's life to save Zandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. My own little sister, if you can imagine it. Her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I must ask you, Source Hunter, to find out how far exactly Leandra has become entwined in the dark arts. Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended. But unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time, I do believe Master Zigzags is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter, landing in 3, 2...
Hunters, you've done it! Ikara is free! We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. Ikara, now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every synapse.
After you, Master Zigzags.
Heard any good tales, my friend?
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit, yet this case feels anything but closed.
There's more to this crime than simple fact. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing an innocent, after all.
We'll have to learn more before we can assess Ikara's true guilt in this matter. Fortunately, she seems quite eager to tell us more about this entire dark affair.
You went and whisked Willie back to Wally. Wow! Whip out your wallet and wing a bit of gold my way, and I'll wow you in return. This well wishes to work his magic. What would you like to wish, our most willing friend? Decide how much you're willing to spare, and I'll will you something wondrous in a... Wow! What have we here? What wealth! Please enjoy your reward.
Walter!
Oh, woe is the wish granter, whisked so far from where he... I won't be able to manage much anymore. But what say I will some of this dreadful weather away? I think I can still manage that, and for 2,050 gold, you, wanderer, can wish which weather I switch. Perhaps I can wind down. Oh, what a wonder to enjoy the tinkle of gold inside.
We must stop those volcanoes. Somebody could get seriously hurt.
No, we just have to steer clear of the volcanoes. But we can't hide from the snowstorm.
Come on. The snow isn't so bad. We can keep each other warm.
You're not afraid of a little heat, are you?
Very well. Have it your way.
We'll weaken the great white winds, will we? Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, and the blizzard is no more.